Hello everyone. I guess for this vlog it actually has not been a while since I talked to you guys. Let me get that out of the way first and foremost, because I know a lot of people are wondering why a video that came up in their subscriptions or they got emailed are now gone. It's listed as private. I took the last vlog that I posted a couple days down because I got to thinking, like, I recorded and posted that thing when I really wasn't in a mindset that should have posted a video. I'm honestly not proud of it. It was very self-serving. It was very whiny. Not what I'm here to do. I'm here to entertain you guys. Even if I'm just talking at you, I am trying to do what I'm trying to present something that is at least, good to listen to. I don't want to ever put out anything that is just kind of grating or grinding on the viewer. So I took that down. I was basically ashamed that I even posted it, but done. It's gone. Done. Now, that said, I will tell you that the purpose of the vlog was accomplished. So, yeah, I do have a Kabuto belt secured. No more links. So, no one send me any more links or anything like that. Thank you everyone who did, but the mission was accomplished. I really want to thank everyone who did the legwork, went looking on eBay or Yahoo Auctions Japan. I even got a few links from either a custom shop in Japan that had it one time, or what was really strange was someone actually sent me a link to what looked like the Japanese equivalent of Craigslist, in a post that seemed to be more than a year old, no less. So it was weird. It was interesting to see just how many places came up. I want to thank everyone who did the legwork for that. I want to thank everyone who tried to get me one. For everyone who sent me the exact same one on eBay that was going for $90 at one time. Yeah, by the time that closed out yesterday, that one wasn't an option anymore. But I do appreciate it, and I do want to thank you. The Kabuto belt is secured, along with 3 other belts. I have 4 belts on the way now. No hints. Slight hint, the 3 others that nobody knows about, I did not mention in the previous vlog. If you didn't see the previous vlog, well, you have absolutely no hint. So, there you go. I'll probably do another vlog or at least I will post a picture of this on Twitter when it's done. As I mentioned in the last vlog, I'm setting up this display, which to the camera is to its right. It's over here. It's beside where my Ranger Key display has been, that some of you have seen in previous videos. That's literally just foam board with little push pins, or actually sewing pins, so they're nice, small, and don't get in the way. Basically, it's about an hour's worth of arts and crafts labor leading up to something that's very good at displaying Ranger keys and having them all available. Now, it's a prototype. I want to have a final one in black with some extra graphics to it and all that. But it's a place for my Ranger keys to go where they're not going to get piled up so the paint doesn't get scratched up, which means, like, the chest they're selling. Oh, you can hold 70 of them there. Oh, you can hold 70 in a big pile. It's going to ruin all of them. So I'm not going for that. I'll probably buy the chest, but that's because I need a prop chest anyway. So that's to hold my Ranger keys. You've seen it. That's how I made it. Whenever I do the mobile rates, I do want to review this at some point. I'm so backed up on reviews in my head that I want to do. I just can't get around to all of them. So that's there. So the belt display is where all my rider figures and my belts normally were, but it's been completely redone to fit as many belts as possible. And it should look pretty damn cool by the time it's all done. I'll probably show it off once all 4 of these belts come in. You can bet Kabuto is going to be a star attraction in this display. So basically, once the thing is completely displayed and laid out and everything looks all nice and professional, I will show it off either in video or on a picture on Twitter or on a picture at the Facebook page. Whatever, one or the other. It'll be cool. It's my little side project. I like it. So basically that is what's going on. I had something else in mind about that last vlog I did, and it's out of my head now, which is probably for the best. I kind of want to forget that vlog. Anyway, I'm going to do a few things that I don't normally do. I'm going to reveal a few plans because I drop like a hint. It's like 99% what I'm doing next for TJTV, and still people ask me, what are you doing next for TJTV? For those who are wondering if certain series will make it into TJTV, go check the opening. Someone asked me if I was going to review one of the Sonic cartoons at some point. One of the Sonic cartoons is in the opening. If I haven't reviewed those yet, I do intend to at some point. They're all potentials, no red herrings or anything in there. I want to review it all. But that's that. The next episode is G1 Transformers. I thought I left a big enough hint in the end of that video. Just wanted to make it abundantly clear. Also, the next review that I want to have up in the next couple days, though it's becoming more of a process than I thought because, hey, my extra character for this one is a special effect. Oh, I thought that out real well. It's going to be the birth driver. So please look forward to that because that's the one of those, like, even more so than the O's driver. I said, oh, I'm not going to get into it. Oh, that pop is annoying. That pop just sounds so childish on a belt. Childish on a kid's toy, go figure. But it's like, but then Goto became birth in O's, and I'm like, I love the pop now. I can't help it. It's just goofy. It's goofy. It's fun. Watch the review. So that is coming up. There's also been a ton of things coming. Like, I did a chart somewhere around here. Like, this is typical me. I lose the things that I put right behind me. I've been getting a ton of things on the way. I've got like 9 boxes on the way. 9 boxes that could all potentially be in the next 7 days, which is kind of scary. I feel bad for I'm going to get to know my postman very well. But some things that have come in that I can show off. I showed this on Twitter, but just so everyone gets to see it, this is the Blade Rouser from Kamen Rider Blade, his primary weapon. It basically is a Deca driver as a sword. And it has the most fun little gimmick. I love this. I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh with this thing so bad. Heart of the cards, nothing. Get your heart. It takes 5 episodes to play a kid's card game. Not when you're using one of those. Fate of the world is at stake. Stabby death. Anyway. All of that's... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is just me goofing around at this point. So, yeah, I got the Blade Rouser. At some point I need to get the Blade Belt. Don't help me. I don't want to get into that anymore because I feel like I'm abusing my fandom if I go, find it for me, go hither and bring it to thine with... No. I'm tired of that. Besides, the blade belt is not hard to find. Even on eBay, it's not that marked up. I could probably get one for 60, 70, brand new in box, shipped. Not that bad. Because it's a one-trick belt. It does one little motion and one little sound effect. If you saw the Legends version, exact same thing. DX or Legends. Legends is just a little bit smaller. It's the same freaking trick. Literally, not a whole lot different. But when a collector sells the blade belt, they charge what it is worth, and they know it only does one thing. It's so freaking simple as a toy. No, done. That's it. So generally, it'll go for like $35, $40. It was available when I bought that, but at the time, I was kind of at the skin of my teeth trying to afford just that. I desperately wanted that thing. I wanted that toy for a long time, which is weird because not all that big in the blade. Yeah, I said it when I reviewed the Kiwami Tamashii Blade King, which does remind me, I can now add a Blade King medal. Like, I ordered a Blade King medal, and of course it's not on hand when I actually want to show it off. There it is. It's unfortunate that this was the common release and you had to get the EX set out of Japan and actually get the normal one. You know, it's Blade. You want it to be blue, but it makes the blade noise with the scanner. So it's fine. Whatever. Does what I need it to do. He sent me a Blade King card to go with it, and through pure serendipity, I don't know, or some metaphor word I'm trying to use, sent me a Ryutaro's Gambarai card. Favorite Imagine, by the way. Which should be stated because he's the only big Imagine action figure I own. Anyway. This is me rambling. This is what I'd rather do. I'd rather have, like, good-spirited things and just, like, amusement going on. I don't want to do a vlog that's so self-serving. And speaking of self-serving, I'm selling a Pterodive. Funny thing, my mom recently went to Colorado to visit her sister for about a week and brought this back because she apparently just found it at a Walmart and didn't recognize it from any that I had shown her, not knowing that I had had the toy for months. So, if anyone still needs a brand new in-box Pterodive, maybe about, 15 shipped anywhere within the U.S.? That's about retail and shipping these days. These are actually a little under. Shipping's getting expensive. Yeah, drop me a PM. I could use the money, and then I'd like to find a good home for this thing, because mine's already got a home. Cool as this toy is, this is actually one of the few this is one of the few movie-style Transformers that I've really dug in the last year, so in a weird way I wouldn't mind owning two, but I do want to move on to this one, because as always, there's more stuff to buy, and more stuff I am trying to get the money for, which, is the other point. The last vlog was so whiny. It's like, okay, yes, I am after a Kuga belt. I am after a Fourze belt. Yes, I had a very bad week as far as collecting goes. It just seemed like everything misfired. But I'm still clearing the week with 4 belts on the way. Someone is sending me a Terra Candroid. Very appreciative. I'll be able to review the entire Candroid line now for you guys. Thrilled to be able to do that. That's the stuff I will find in time. Like, eventually I'll get a Fourze belt. I'll get a Kuga belt. I will even get that frickin' with Virion that I have been after for years now. I will get it. There's no use whining over the ones I missed out on, because I still got awesome stuff and I'm still going to go after them. The chase is part of the fun after all. It's just much harder these days. So, yeah, that was my bad, getting stressed out over a few things when I wasn't looking at all the cool stuff that I was getting, just because I didn't get a couple of others. One day, I'll have it all: the Kuga belt, the Fourze belt, the Wiberion, the Gao Gaigar lot I missed out on. Keep forgetting about that, which should show you, hey, I shouldn't have got upset over it. Moving on. I'm sorry, I keep staring. Just for no reason. This was in the trash a couple mornings ago. Who throws away a perfectly good battle axe? Someone who's obviously sick of their kid thwomping it on the floor because the edge of this thing is in rough shape. This is one of the reasons why I love this time of year. You know, the Halloween stores started opening up. Cheap props. I love it. So who knows, we might be executing a few bad toys lately. Actually not. One thing I refuse to do is break a toy on camera. Intentionally, I mean. I've had a few break accidentally on camera. It's just nice when random things like that come up. Oh, there's always something else I wanted to bring up. Oh. For those who aren't aware, just to show off, I guess this is the most appropriate one since I'm the Florida guy. There is a gator medal. I'm going to leave the identity of the person who provided these medals to me. I'm going to leave his identity anonymous. He knows who he is. Thank you so much. I couldn't get these to save my life. I have a complete set of medals now. And eventually for the O's series, I will be reviewing all of them in one video. I've never understood how someone could spend 10... No offense to anyone who did, because, you know, you were being very thorough. There's nothing wrong with that. But I never understood how a medal set could take, 10 minutes to review. So I'm gonna blitz through all 6. Little notes thing went to screensaver, which means it's about 15 minutes at least on this video, probably about 18, 19 now. So I better wrap this up. The last thing I'm gonna get to, Fourze belt. I've been very silent on the Fourze belt because I really do not want to do what I did with the O's driver. With the O's driver, I was planning to get it for a good while, but I kept refusing, and I kept saying, no, I'm not getting it. No, I'm not going to do it. Because I was really not a fan, because I was trying to build up for the review. I know you guys. I know how you guys work. I keep saying, no, I'm not going to do it, not going to do it, not going to do it. And everyone goes, do it, do it, do it. And it gets louder and more people, and it worked. It worked by the time I did review it, even though it was like in the last week of the series. It got huge hits. Everyone seemed to really enjoy it. It's an anti-build-up. It's a build-up by refusing to do it. So, it worked out, though it was... a lot of people didn't really understand what I was doing. For the Fourze belt, I will say right now, I do plan on getting the Fourze belt and the switches. Only the candy toy switches. I've seen the roleplay weapons, the gun and the sword this time. They look awful. I mean, they might have some neat gimmicks to them, but bottom line, if I don't like the look of something, I don't go after it. I mean, it's why I don't own a Ryuki belt, despite being one of the cheapest DX belts to get. I just don't like the look of it. I don't like the look and aesthetic of Ryuki. So I've never really gotten into the show, never gotten into the toys. And the same goes for the Fourze weapons. And the same will go for the food droids. Much as I love canned droids, not stepping up to food droids. I'm not buying the Big Mac that mated with Wall-E. Keep away. Wrong on so many levels. Ugh. No food droids. I know they come with Switches, and I will commend them for coming in Happy Meal shaped boxes. But that's your only point, food droids. Not going after you. I will also say this. The Fourze belt itself, while aesthetically, I wish it was in opaque plastic so it looked more solid. There is a quality to it that I'm starting to enjoy, because who remembers as a kid watching a mad scientist in a cartoon or on a movie where he's flipping switches and hitting buttons, pulling levers, and screens flashing, all kinds of things, and you just wanted to... You wanted to flip and hit every single switch on that panel. Who remembers the Ren and Stimpy episode where they push the world-ending, the big red shiny button? All the temptation. You know it was tempting to hit the button. This is like a little mad scientist laboratory panel around your waist with a little screen and everything. So just flipping, hitting, pulling switch. It's like it's a very interactive belt. On that level, I can truly appreciate it, and that's kind of what's kind of turns me on to the whole design. As for the series itself, my particular subgroup hasn't finished it yet. So that means I have not seen episode 1 yet. Yes, I have a particular subgroup I go for. Hint, it's not the one that says Broto, and it is not the one who will translate the phrase Ikitakimasu, which has no literal English which has no proper English translation, into English 3 different ways, as they make up the context out of thin air each time. Just my personal preference. If you happen to prefer that way, nothing against you. It's just how I like it. So I have not seen Fourze yet. I'll probably do something for O's, like a little retrospective thing. It'll probably be on the TJTV website, which, as I mentioned in the last vlog, I'm going to update you about what new videos go to the TJTV website that are not TJTV on the Facebook fan page, linked below, and my Twitter account, linked below. That's where I'll be telling you about the vlogs I will do for there, where I'll be talking about the things people keep asking me for. What do you think about O's? What do you think of the new Thundercats? What do you think of Power Ranger Samurai? How about the new Voltron Force that's out? All of these things. It's basically a way for me to talk about the new things in entertainment, rather than going retro all the time on that site. But just to clarify, TJTV, I will still be posting video ads here on YouTube to go watch. And for everything else that goes up, just an update on Twitter and Facebook. That's it. Because I can't post ads for every single one of them. If I get going the way I want to, it would be a mess on this channel. So I'm just going to keep it nice and simple on updates for everything that isn't TJTV. So I think I've got everything out of my head now. Pretty sure. Blade Rouser bragged. Medals, got it. Terradive selling. For everyone who wanted to know if, for my last sales thread, the real gears are gone, the robot heroes are gone. The only thing left are the Star Wars Transformers, which, unless I get I've still got 7 of those. Boba, both of the Lukes that I reviewed for Plastic Addict, the first Darth Vader, the first Obi-Wan, Mace Windu. What was the other one? Commander Cody, the one everyone actually likes. Those are the 7. If someone wants to take them off my hands for like $40, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to Craigslist them next week. So that's everything that's on sale right now. All going toward other Kamen Rider stuff, probably. This is what happens when I don't like the Transformers that are coming out right now. I go to my other hobby. For people waiting on Transformer stuff, Transformers has to do something I really like first. We're in a lull as far as I'm concerned. Which is unfortunate. But I'm still going to do a few things here and there. We'll still get to Plastic Addict. I know I'm approaching 9,000, and I can't wait for all the over 9,000 jokes. And I can't wait to see the reaction to the number 2 worst. So with that being said, I've got more things to get to. As I said, I still have a Kuga and Fourze belt to go find. And since lack of money is what mostly kept me from getting anything done last week, that just means I have to pump out more videos, doesn't it? So I'm gonna go get back to that. Again, I apologize for rather honestly selfish video posted last time. Hopefully this one was a little bit more amusing somehow. I don't know how, but it is. But I've got dinner getting kind of cold now, and an episode of MST3K to watch. Just put Netflix on my Wii. Why did I wait so long to do that? That just about through every episode they've got. So I've got things to get to. Later.